Go back. Go back before it's too late. Okay, let's get some things straight about that whole movie. 1, this isn't Glass. 2, David Bowie did not do that. It was a juggler by the name of Michael Motion. 3, Michael Motion did not invent it. It was around long before him. 4, I'm wearing the same pants as David Bowie did in that movie. And 5, I'm not adjusting the camera. Hey everybody, so this video is going to be about contact juggling, the act of rolling objects over your body in a fancy sort of way. Specifically, we're going to do sphere play, which is contact juggling with a ball. The ball I use for performance, most people will recognize as, the crystal ball. Yes, there's a marketed toy out there that resembles this. Many of those will have a chrome ball on the inside. It'll be clear on the outside with, that looks cool, with a chrome ball on the inside. I'm going to cut to a thing to show you exactly why they put the chrome ball in there. Yep, it's getting warm in there. Yep, the power of the sun, not to be messed with. It's smoking. I destroy my toys for you. Look at this. Okay, where I keep my toys, but still. Not touching it. You're not getting that kind of video. Okay, maybe. Yep. Melty. Yeah. So, the size of the ball doesn't really matter, and you don't need it to be this. By the way, don't get one of these. Not if you don't already know how to do it. Once you know how to do this, play with whatever you want. But these things, even though they've come down in price, are still 25 bucks. I have at least one that I spent $50 on back in the day. $25 to $50 for a 3-inch piece of plastic. You can get them a little bit cheaper, but then they start getting smaller. Size doesn't always matter, but wait till you know what you're getting. General rule of thumb, in my classes, when I teach this at Penzic and stuff, I tend to, and look, I bought this one for 25 cents in a yard sale. It's a lacrosse ball. They're a little bit small, but for most people, they are decent size. More importantly, they're a good weight, and you get like one fair bounce out of it, and then, so don't do this near fragile things or your TV sets or something, because that could be a bad thing. Something a lot of people will try to do is the tennis ball. Don't recommend it. They are very light, and the tactile feel of what you're about to do makes this much harder. I've only been contact juggling since the 1980s, and look, that was great. So, tennis ball, don't bother. Even for regular juggling, without modifying, don't bother. Other possibilities. Could be anything. It's a softball. Billiard ball. That's not a standard size billiard ball. Standard size would be bigger. These do not bounce. Nope. So, again, wear shoes. So I'm going to show you a collection of things that I bring with me. So I'm going to use the official league softball. I don't know if that's a brand name, but I'm going to use this to demonstrate what we're going to do. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take the ball, you're going to place it on the back of your hand like this. Okay? Notice my fingers are not next to each other. They don't have to be. But like this finger is a little lower than the other two fingers, and it sort of sits in a cradle-like position here. And you're going to hold your arm even with the floor, a 90-degree bend in your elbow. So your arm's coming straight out and straight across, and the ball is going to sit there. Now from here, what you want to do is you want to toss the ball up in the air, straight up, and back down. Doesn't have to be high. And catch it on the back of your hand. Okay? You're going to do this a lot till you get bored of it, till you get totally bored of it, and then do it some more. Welcome to juggling. The next thing that you're going to do is take your arm, like a windshield wiper, from here all the way to here. You should feel some weird pull in the back muscle of your arm here. From here, again, you're going to toss it up and down. Even though it's in your hand, don't close your hand. Just let it sit in your hand, up and down. And that's your next bit. Practice that till you're mindlessly bored with it. And then a few times more. The next thing you're going to do is take it back to your cradle in front here. And you're going to toss it from here to there. So you're going to toss it across your body. Your arm is going to move like a windshield wiper across, and you're going to catch it here. So you're going to go like this. From here, tossing it to here. Practice that over and over and over again until you're mindlessly bored with it, and then some more. Now comes the fun part. You knew it was coming. From the cradle back here, you're going to toss it across your body again this way and catch it back in the cradle. So from here to here. Again, from here to here. It's going across your body. Don't go forward and backward. It's always in the plane across your body like that. And do this till you're mindlessly bored with it. And then do it some more. Welcome to juggling. Now, it's time to add those two things together. You're going to take it from your cradle, toss it back to the cradle. You probably have already done this because you got tired of going from here to here and then putting it back on your hand and going to here and putting it back on your hand. You've probably sooner or later have already tried to take it from here to here, from here to here. This is the reason why you don't want forward and backward, is because the ball will only go in one direction at a time. As it's in the air, it's not going to go from here to here. It's not going to make that turn. So it's always going to make it across. You need to make it too. Now, all you do is keep doing it and lower the toss over and over again till it just clears the tips of your fingers. And now do it many, many, many more times till you're mindlessly bored with it, and then some more. One of the reasons why the crystal ball is as popular as it is, obviously, is the movie Labyrinth, but is also the fact that it gives that illusion that it is floating, that it is weightless. And one of the things it does is the fact that there's no point of reference for what the ball is actually doing. It's not floating. It actually is fairly heavy. It's the heaviest thing I've shown you right now. So it's not floating. To put things into perspective, I put some tape on the softball. You'll see, you can watch the ball rolling over my hand, and that's kind of distracting. When people realize if you're doing this with a ball with a pattern on it, people will find the pattern distracting, and so much for the tape. And so they can see what's going on. Whereas the crystal ball, there's no point of reference to where the actual activity is going on. Okay, something else I'd like to make note. The acrylic balls you see me juggling right now, the crystal balls, they're not crystal, they're acrylic, which makes it a 3-inch thick piece of bulletproof glass. Realistically, they will break. It is possible. Some of mine have chips in them if you look at them up close. But the reason I went with a 3-inch ball, and this is personal preference, the size doesn't matter. The Harlem Globetrotters roll, basketballs around their body, if you remember who they are. Size doesn't matter for this. But when I learned to do this, I was juggling in Central Park. I was a kid, and I had 3-inch stage balls from Dubé Juggling. This is actually a 3.5-inch stage ball from Dubé. And I got the 3-inch balls instead of the 3.5-inch balls legitimately because they were $1 cheaper. The 3-inch back in 1980 whatever were $5 a piece. So I would skim $1 off my lunch money every day, and Friday I'd go down to Dubé and buy another juggling ball, which I couldn't do if I was buying the next size up, if I was buying this size. So when I got the contact crystals, I just got something that matched what I was already used to. Another thing to remember about those crystal balls too is your lighting situation. Right now, this looks pretty cool. The crystal balls, the acrylic balls, I've done them in nightclubs and stuff like that, raves and what have you, and the clear ball disappears. I have one that's blacklight reactive, which is cool as long as they have black lights up. But otherwise, something like this is significantly better than the acrylic ball, because otherwise you pretty much, in the nightclub, you look like you're doing this. Which maybe is your thing, but you don't have to practice with a ball to stand there and do this. So remember your lighting and your situation. And remember, if it's sunlight and that acrylic ball gets to sit down too long, you may have other issues. Check the other video. Hello. While videotaping the B-roll for this video, for the ball drop, I was balancing all the random balls on this plastic tote lid to dump them. It's a sunny day out. That and that are places where the acrylic balls are sitting and melting holes in the plastic lid. So if you get the clear acrylics, best be careful where you put them. Well, I hope that helps you. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave a question in the comments below. I'll do my best to get back to you. If you see me at an event and you bring your juggling ball with you, I'll be more than happy, normally, as long as I'm not actively working, to help you out. If you see me at Penzic, absolutely come see me. I've been teaching it there for, like I said, close to 20 years. If you happen to have a lacrosse ball, or even weirder yet, a wooden juggling ball that has my name on it and then has some names under it, I would love for you to leave a comment below, because those were an experiment some years ago where the exception was, I teach you how to juggle, hand you the ball, you sign it, and then you go teach someone else to juggle. So those legacy balls are out there somewhere. I don't think I'll ever see them again, but it'd be really cool if you do have one. So let me know. Thank you and have a wonderful day.